Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Magic Square MS-03 Heavy Gunner Masterpiece version. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him offside real quick. And yep, you can see the box is of, well, it's a Magic Square box that's very large because, well, this is not a Legends release. There you can see there, you know, nice artwork there of Heavy Gunner, aka Brawl, right there. You got Magic Square logo, extra treasure, all that stuff. Rank tank the robot mount up here. You got the Magic Square and the Brawl picture again. You got a Magic Square and has some G1S stuff right there. Same thing on this side. Some G1S stuff to outline the tank. On the bottom, you have a warning. It's not for children. You know, so only sold for 16 and older. Not for children. All this stuff. Blah 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 blah. And on the back, you have this nice little picture of the tank mode and hey, look, some tech spec stuff and a barcode and not for under 3, made in China. All that stuff. On top of that, in the box, of course, you have the instructions, which are, well, kind of a little smaller than like, and kind of the thing Magic Square kind of just, well, does the thing where there's kind of multiple steps in a single step and also skipping stuff, and it's not the greatest instructions, but you know, you can kind of figure it out, particularly if you already own the Legends version. And of course there's also the bio card, which, you know, a little plastic sleeve, which, you know, but yeah, you get the artwork again, nice G1-y look, and on the back again, tech specs, and there you go. So Heavy Gunner, aka Brawl, yes, he is once again, Magic Square is doing Bruticus again. Technically, I guess you could say this is the 4th time. But, this time in Masterpiece scale. So yeah, it's basically a upscaled and slightly modified version of what they did at the Legend scale. One thing, material's different. It is no longer nylon plastic, it is ABS plastic with paint. You can see the tank mode right here. You can see, well, it's very tank looking. You know, got little bits here. You got the barrel. You got the little lights. These come separately in the box. They have to be attached. They have a little translucent orange bit right there. They have to be attached. They also go in very snug, so I don't want to remove them again because they are very snug in there. I don't want to remove them because that will be a pain to get them back in. So yeah, those, just know that they're in the box and you have to really push on them to get them in there. And some people have even reported having to shave the peg down a little bit. There's also little lights right there. A little canister back here and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just, it looks like a tank. You can see on the bottom, yeah, there's bits of Brawl's robot mode underneath. But yeah, looks very much like a tank. There's also little wheels on there. So he can roll, theoretically, if the wheels, you know, the problem is the wheels have such a high degree of friction that they don't really work super well. But he technically should be able to roll. Yeah, he also, of course, the gun turret can go up and down. I guess you can also do this if you want to pretend it's firing. And of course, they can do a full 360, although it's slightly off center. You can see it also gets caught on stuff really easily, so you might have to like lift it up slightly just so you can rotate it a little easier. So there you go on that. It also comes with a gun, which, yeah, it's just a little rifle thing, which this can also, again, there's a peg hole here. You can mount that right there as a machine gun turret. And he also has his little barrels, little cannons things, which they have these little L tabs on the bottom, which goes in these little slots right here. Much easier than on the Legend scale version, and there you go. There is a complete, well, Heavy Gunner and tank mode. It's a decent looking tank overall. I would say some weird, like, there's a weird scuff or something. It's hard to see it, but unless you're like shining light on it specifically, but decent looking tank overall. Very much like the smaller version. Nice paint job and everything. And yeah, so you might be asking yourself, hey, Nemesis, didn't you say you were gonna, you know, MMC was your masterpiece? And it's like, yeah, that's still true. So yeah, these are the whole thing was like, you know, these are gonna be bigger than him overall, the combined mode. And the thing is, I decided a while back, you know, I want to get as many Bruticuses as I can. So kind of means just, well, that means getting, well, as many Brutus as I can, including this new one which is coming out. So I'm going to be trying to get a bunch of the other ones as well at some point. Not going to review them because they're older, but for the most part. And I also do a lot of Bruticus on this channel anyway. So, but I'm just going to be trying to get a bunch of Bruticus still, yeah, since Magic Square is doing it again at Masterpiece scale, and I've already generally like the smaller version. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy. So yeah, you're going to see the reviews of this guy, even though I'm not going to get any other combiners that are going to be at the Masterpiece or Magic Square height for the most part. I'm not going to be doing that. So yeah, I'm still sticking with MMC, but I am going to get Bruticus, Brutici, whatever you want to say. But anyway, some comparisons real quick. This real quick one here. Here's the Legend Scale version that I still have. Yeah, this is not the new version. They have the new C version or whatever for the Legend Scale, which is matches this green a little bit better. But this is the original release, so different shade of green. Yeah, that's what I meant by fourth time. They've released this guy 3 times. This version, the Toon version, and now the C version, which is, I guess, better Toon version. And now Masterpiece. So there you go on that. I already brought it up. Here's the MMC Probus, you know, their version of Brawl, which I think generally is a much better looking tank. It's, you know, got more detail overall. It's a nice, I think it's just generally a nicer looking tank. It's also bigger. It's also more actually based on a real tank rather than just kind of generic tank. So, you know, between the two, I think this is a better tank overall as a whole than the Magic Square version. Although the Magic Square version does look nice, I just prefer this one. So there you go on that. So that's it for the alt mode. I'm going to go ahead and get into combined mode, which I'm not going to do the usual fast forward thing here because it's so simple, because it's just like the Legends version. So yeah, just go ahead and remove that. You know, take the barrel, straighten it out. You have to straighten it out first, then shorten it. Otherwise it won't latch in all the way. Take this and rotate this 180 degrees, like so. Take this. This is a new step. Take this canister and untab these from the here, and just bring them down and untab them in down here, like so. It might be easier to do it one at a time to tab it in because it can be a little finicky, fight you a bit. But yeah, tab those in right there. Open up this door right here, and then you bring in the combiner foot. Take this and unfold that and all that stuff, and then open that up, keep that open up, and of course, as before, you plug this in. This plugs in right over top of that. So give it a good, you know, make sure it's all good and in, and then bring this up. This will tab in. These tabs will go into those right there. Tab in right there, and there you go. That's the leg mode. And yep, that sure is a foot mode. And the leg, I guess you can see it sure is a leg. Yeah. It's very similar to the Legend Scale version, although again, this part is now one piece instead of 2 separate pieces. And one thing you probably noticed is, hey, this foot is gray. I thought they were going for toon accuracy. Yeah, they're doing something. Magic Square is doing their thing of being kind of shady about their communications right now. Because yeah, they're talking about touting toon accuracy, then including a gray foot, which is more toy accurate. Which for me is personally fine, but a lot of people are very upset about this because, you know, they're expecting a toy cartoon style foot. So like, what do you do here? And there are 2 things that are going to happen. Either A, they're going to do that thing they did in the Legend Scale, which is 2 different releases, or B, accessory kit. Since I filmed this, they have clarified they are going to do, in fact, do a cartoon accessory kit as a separate thing. So there you go. Regardless, for me, as long as they keep releasing the toys with the, these with the toy style stuff, I'm perfectly fine. But I can understand why anyone who wants toon style is going to be upset. Also, they did the thing which I did complain about it with the original Legends version, which is the toy style back plate was gray, even though it shouldn't be. And hey, look, it's green now. So hey, that's a good thing for me. Also, interesting thing you can see it's at an angle. Yeah, because it does this. It doesn't actually, I'm guessing the weight of the full combiner is going to make it sit straight, but yeah, it's at an angle, so that's interesting. And also, at least at this point, if you want to store this way, you can actually take these guns, fold them away, and this little tab right here will actually go into this little slot right here. And there's also little slots right here, which don't seem to do anything at this point, so I'm guessing that once again, they're going to make it some sort of base mode or something out of the foot part. So, yeah, you can slot this in right here, and it actually slots in pretty decently. So that's a bit of storage right there for those guns, which is nice. That's better than the Legends version did. So that's a bit of gun storage. So just an FYI there. So hey, there you go. And again, though, just comparisons. Oh yeah, and by the way, just so you know, I'm going to go into Articulation for the full combined mode, in combined video, whenever that is. But as a comparison real quick, here's the, again, here's the Legends version. Mine, again, I kept the toy version. I sold off the toon version, by the way, just so you know. I sold my toon versions. I no longer have it at this scale, but there you go. There's the size. So there's that. And also here's the MMC version, which you can see, yeah, the connection point, the knee's a little smaller down further. Again, this is much a bulkier overall leg, though, I feel, but yeah. This is actually, again, that's the thing. Remember in the cartoon, the tank did fold just like the toy did. So this is not quite as accurate as it could be, but you know. So there you go on that front. Oh yeah, this is also with the little extra slipper thing. So there you go. So that's the combined mode. Pretty straightforward that. And I'm going to go ahead and take them to robot mode, and we'll continue this review. Yeah, robot mode here. Yeah, so transformation was transformation is very similar to the Legends version. It's kind of, there's some finicky parts. They did change some stuff up to the Legends from the Legends version. They adjusted and added some things. It's kind of weird. Some of this is easier now because, you know, it's bigger, so it's easier to manipulate, and some of it's harder. Like what is it? Right here, this bit when you're trying to get it back and forth, they have these little like keyed tabs, which are now really difficult to manipulate because this is not nylon, this is ABS, which means, hey, guess what? You can't just bend it now. You have to actually, it's kind of scary a little bit sometimes, but generally the transformation is pretty neat. It works really well, and yeah, you go from a, well, pretty cool tank to, well, this very cartoon accurate Brawl for the most part. Cartoon accurate. You can see there, you got his red faceplate, orange eyes, orange head crest, gray, and you got the green and gray. You know, lots of little details, little tidbits of detail here and there. And you're going down, you got green, gray and green pretty much for the most part. And you got his backpack, not too egregious. Yeah, overall, pretty solid looking. Pretty solid looking guy overall. Yeah, it's not bad as a whole, looking as a whole. What was I thinking of? Yeah, it feels like just a blown up version of the Legends version. Just again, some cleanup and whatnot. Like they added these bits because that hides away the little parts of the. Yeah, it hides away the parts that are like, yeah, are exposed before. So yeah, again, you guys got this gun, which has a little flip out handle right there. There's a little tab on it, so you can, of course, open up the hand. And there's slots, which is interesting. I probably brought one big slot, two little slots, but you can open up the hand right here and then, you know, slot the gun in and wrap the fingers around the handle. It actually tabs in fairly securely for the most part. The only thing would be is the thumb and pointer finger can get a little in the way of each other if you're not careful. You have to kind of position things just so. Yeah, you can hold the gun just fine. There you go. That's pretty good. And yeah, the cool thing is this gun, you got a couple options here. One, there's that same tab again. You can actually use this slot right here, so you can, you know, kind of arm mount it, which is pretty cool. You can arm mount this gun. Hey, look, Tarn. G1 Tarn. Yeah, just repaint this guy and call him G1 Tarn. Or the other thing is, yeah, you can take this and yeah, there's a handle here. You can flip that out, and hey, look, you can once again you can hold this as a second gun, which is pretty cool. That's, you know, a bit better than the Legends version, which kind of just couldn't do anything in robot mode or for alt mode or either. Just kind of was there and annoying. Although with this thing, because of how big the back end is, it's a little more. Yeah, but again, tabs in just fine, and there you go. So yeah, you can wheel his guns, both of them like that, no problems. Everything's good to go. Let's see. As for articulation, I'm gonna get this gun out of the way specifically. Actually, both of them, just to get them both out of the way for this part. But articulation, head right here. You got, you know, you got the double swivel thing. You got swivel right here. You got a swivel right there. No, so no waggle really. At least as far as I can. Well, actually, I think there's something up there. There's a little bit of waggle, but barely. Shoulders here. You can see full rotation right here. There is a outward on a nice ratchet right there. Thanks to the transformation, you do have a butterfly joint. Right there, you can pull it, extend this out, and kind of butterfly it. So that's nice, right there. There's a bicep swivel right there. There's an elbow, which goes that far, bending wise. Hands, oh here, yep, hands are pretty great because yeah, you got a wrist swivel right there. You have a hinge right here as well for the hand, so you can do that. And right here, getting in close a little bit. The thumb is on a ball joint, so you got that end's cut right there. So you got that in rotation right there. There's a hinge right here above the ball joint. Each finger has multiple hinges. You can see a hinge at the base of the finger and a hinge, multiple hinges right there, and there's a hinge there and a hinge there. Because each one has 2 hinges, and so they can all, you know, curl up like that. And you can see also they have quite a bit of splay as well. And also this means that the fingers can rotate if you want to do something really weird. But you know, nice hands overall, right there. Here at the waist, you have rotation, which is kind of hindered by the backpack, but hey, no worry, because then you can use the ab crunch joint, and now you can get more waist rotation as well, and the ab crunch very far forward, and you can also go back. Also, mine, I'm not sure you can see it, but I got this fully collapsed, and you can see that maybe be able to see that the waist isn't sitting 100% straight. It is slightly crooked. That's because it looks like this hinge is, these hinges are slightly askew from one another. There's basically kind of, one of them just kind of does the, kind of warps as it goes through, and it looks like the screw, something to do with the screw. I tried to fix it, it didn't really work, unfortunately. But yeah, down here at the hips, you get this hip skirt out of the way right here, and hey, look, it's got the thing where this, you know, sinks in like that. You can go kick very far forward, like so. Very far forward, like that. And there's also an independent, joint right there as well. Yeah, so you got, you know, a bit of play there, and that as well. You got that far back on this. Well, if you adjust it, you can actually go technically further back, although it's kind of weird looking. Outward, you do have that ratchet joint, which can go that far out. Actually, it can't go. No, it can't really go any farther. So that's pretty good. There's a thigh swivel right here. Knees are double jointed. So you got, you know, good amount of bend right there. Yeah, double jointed knee. Right there. Like that. And then here at the feet, you do have ankle tilt. And not much else really. I guess if you do that, you can make the toe look like that, but that just looks weird. But yeah, pretty darn good opposability down here at the legs overall. And yeah, he's got really good posability. As far as I can tell in this mode, this does nothing in this mode. It's just there. So yeah, overall, pretty darn good. Particularly if you're at all after cartoon accuracy, this guy is really good. And in general, at least in the robot mode. So yeah, it just looks really nice. Only thing is, yeah, this backpack also can still swivel, but like that's the problem, is it still swivels. I wish this locked in. Like, I wish this locked in or something, because I wanted to stay standing upright, but unfortunately, it's still, you can do this, and that's easy to knock the turret out of alignment at a moment's notice. Also, he doesn't want to, on mine, I'm not sure what it is, but no matter what, I can't get him to like stand nicely. He always wants to like float a little bit. So, otherwise, pretty darn solid. I don't think there's anything else really. But yeah. So comparisons real quick again. Here's his Legends vert counterpart. Again, you can see very similar overall. This guy, it's interesting. This guy locks together nicer, but yeah, this one is a little easier to transform in some ways just because of the nylon plastic versus ABS. So there you go on that. Also, this one is kind of, the Legends version is technically the wrong color, but whatever. Again, here's MMC's Probus, who's significantly larger because MMC did that whole thing where they wanted all their combiner bots to be different heights. I still really like this guy, but if again, for cartoon accuracy, this is your best bet. I still really like this one though, but yeah. Again, since I'm doing multiple Bruticus's for myself now, I'm going to be keeping both of these. I'm not replacing my MMC guy. This is an upgrade. This is a add-on for me. So there's that. And of course, just a couple other comparisons for robot mode. Here's MP36 Megatron, just so you know, get an idea there. Size-wise. Here's his creator MP52 Starscream. A bit shorter than Brawl, but yeah. This is that weird thing where a lot of people are kind of in contention about Starscream's at correct height, so that's fun now. And yeah, if you're kind of more into the larger Seekers, here's Deformation Space Thundercracker, but you know, imagine that's red instead of blue, and that's the Deformation Space version, because I know a lot of people have this guy instead, that guy instead, so there you go. So, as a whole, this is a pretty darn good toy. It poses really well. Transformation is somewhat, some of it's a little finicky, particularly down the legs. There's some parts in the legs which I'm not super fan of, and of course there's the thing with the tabs under the turret, which are really frustrating, a little scary. I'm a little worried they're going to snap one day. The hinge is just going to snap because I have to kind of force it. The tank mode's pretty good. Yeah, combiner mode transformation at least is really easy, so it's got that going for it. You know, they're nice. They finally did something, made it so that they made it so that the extra turrets, or not turret, but I guess the extra cannons can go somewhere in both the robot and combined modes. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but you know, or at least some of it was intentional or not. But yeah, they did that. Made it so all the almost like all the accessories. I mean, the combiner foot thing still has nowhere to go as it is in robot mode or tank mode, so at least as is, there's probably going to be a base, again, probably going to, considering everything, probably going to once again have some sort of base mode for the combiner bits. This thing costs about $100 total. This guy right here, $100. That's not bad price overall for a Masterpiece limb. As I'm guessing the other 3 limbs will also be around the same price, and Onslaught, whatever, be probably like closer to 140, 150. I don't know. We'll find out when those show up. If they follow the same release order they did with the Legends guys, there will be Swindle next. What did they call him? I don't remember what they called him now, but overall, I definitely would recommend it if you're very much hell bent on pure cartoon accuracy. So there you go. So that's it for this guy. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon, and I shall see you next time with another video review.